Well, after about 40 years of riding and moto camping, I thought I'd put a short video together first to show you what I've done to my bike. There's no right or wrong, just whatever works for you. So I'll show you that, and then I'll probably do a second video on what I bring for camping and that sort of thing. So here we go. All right, what I've done to my bike is, first of all, I mounted my GoPro camera when I'm by myself. It gives me something to do. I have a remote off and on, but I've also got the button real easy to reach with my left hand, and it's hardwired to the bike. It's waterproof still. That plug is great. This company is where I got it from, the framework, the metal framework. And then Chin is the company that makes the mount that fits perfectly right there. And that way, when I'm going down the road and I see something, I can just take a quick shot of it or a video of it and not have to worry about dead batteries. You don't even have to have a battery in there. The Ciro 3D cup holder, I tried the big ass one, but it was actually too big. This one doesn't hit the tank or anything. So it's really nice. I do a lot of riding across the desert, and it's great to have that. I've had a lot of people ask about phone mounts. Here's the best phone mount in my opinion. That's a magnet on the back of my phone. Literally drop it on there, 100 miles an hour, it doesn't even wiggle. The tank bra, I personally like it because I can throw things in here. Like when I went into Canada, I threw my passport in here. When I stopped at the border, I didn't have to fumble around to try to find it. It was right there in front of me. The bars, everybody talks about different heights. Personally, I've ridden in a lot of bad weather, so I wanted bars where my hands were still behind the fairing. So that's just my personal choice. I wanted it to be more comfortable, but my hands still behind the fairing, even with heated grips. I do have cruise control, but when you're in the twisty turns and you're in twisty turns for an hour or two, it's really nice to be able to just use this palm, to relax your hand a little bit. So that's something that I really liked. Obviously the windshield, you can't see through it, but I'm tall enough where it's no big deal. I look over the top of it, bugs don't hit me. It's a real nice setup that way. A couple other little things. Your cigarette lighter port down there, if you're worried about water, I've never really had a problem. I got a flush mount plug for my USB port. But if you're worried about it, there's this company that makes these little puck things, and you just wrap that around, makes it totally waterproof. Another thing that I've used is when I'm off the bike, need to put a charge on the phone to make a phone call, whatever, and I don't want the bike to sit there idling. I got one of these which measures the battery, and if you're draining the battery or not. And I can plug that into my phone, and you just plug that in over here where you would keep the battery tender on. So you merely plug it in. I'll see if I can do it one-handed here. Nope, I can't. Anyway, you plug it in, it'll light up digitally and tell you how strong your battery is. Pipes, I went for Reinhardt True Duals. I think it has a great sound, good performance, and I like to be seen and heard. So those are the pipes that I chose. The filler lights, again, Ciro 3D, in my opinion, makes the best looking ones. If you notice, there's no little bolt at the bottom that's flanged out, so it matches your bags. And if you turn the lights on, you will see they're LED, and they're really super bright. At nighttime, it's incredibly bright. So that's your turn signals, brake lights, everything right there. And in addition to that, I did put underglow lights that I have. You won't be able to see them in the daytime, but I was in some pretty severe rainstorms up in Canada, and I could change the lighting to whatever color I wanted. Right now I've got the red on there glowing underneath the, above the motor. But it puts out a lot more light than you would think. So I kind of like that again. It's a novelty item, but at nighttime in the rain, more lights is better than less lights. So for now, that's about it. I do bring, even when I'm not camping, I do bring a thermos of some sort with ice water in between stops. That way I've got my ice water, but also if I'm camping, then I can do some cooking with my little camp stove that's inside the tour pack. And then my helmet of choice, if I'm really, really hot and or no helmet required, I still wear this, which is a beanie helmet, but it's legal DOT. I went into Canada with it, no problem. And then for my everyday helmet, full face, I really like the LS2. I did a lot of research. I felt that the LS2 was by far the best for me anyway. I like a modular helmet. I like it being full face. I wanted the drop down visor. But the unique thing about this helmet, if I can do it here, the unique thing about this helmet is that, I don't know if I can do it one-handed. This slides all the way back. When you do the modular helmet and you want to open it up, usually it's sticking up in the air. So aerodynamically it's not good, and this is really nice. It goes all the way back. I actually ride in this position probably more than any. This particular one comes with the Bluetooth setup, all ready to go. So that's my helmet of choice. Well, thanks for watching. I'll set up another video that talks about what I pack. I have, like I said, I've had so many people over the years say, well, what do you do? And every trip you discover something new. So there you go.